mentioned earlier in the episode, I put a ridiculous amount of time into these um, AKA games, and at the time when these wrestling games first came out, I'd kind of grown out of wrestling, like real life, and never really followed it. But these games got me back into watching WCW and
Yeah,
WWF. But for me, No Mercy was a perfect game, multiplayer, single player. I remember my best friend used to come around regularly, and we just used to play to the early hours of the morning and
yeah,
never get bored of it. And to this day, it's probably one of the few games where I know the controls with my eyes closed.
yeah, yeah,
It's there's new mods coming out. People are adding features to it, and um, there's a lot of what ifs with N64. But for me, the biggest one was there was reportedly a sequel of No Mercy coming out, and there was a screenshot in one of the N64 magazines, but it got cancelled. I
yeah. I
think
heard that.
about
Yeah,
30-40% into the yeah, and there would have been like a Hell in a Cell match, and it's just yeah, what could have been.
I know, I know. Well, yeah,
But
but
yeah,
I get it. By that time, the N64 was on its last legs. Yeah, it wouldn't have come out till probably after the GameCube. So I can see why they moved production. Just
yeah,
yeah, it would have been great to just have one more. But you're right, like N60, No Mercy, Revenge, absolutely fantastic games, weren't they? Still are. Can still play those like no time has passed. Absolutely.
they're just perfect. Once you learn the controls, they're just perfect. And I
Yeah.
don't think modern wise, I don't think anything has come close. I think there was a AEW game by supposedly the same makers that come out a couple of years ago, but
Yeah.
it was nowhere near the
Yeah, I
magic that
tried it as
we've
well.
had.
I was seduced by this idea that it was going to replicate that sort of No Mercy controls and gameplay, but he didn't really do it that much, did he? I don't think I've picked it up in a long, long time. Just
But
go.
what I must also say too, I think wrestling wise, that was probably one of the main things we had over PS1 players. They didn't have anything that came anywhere near. And I remember my best friend had a PlayStation and he bought a WCW Nitro thinking it was going to be
Awful,
on
wasn't
the same level as World Tour, and
it?
it was nowhere near,
Yeah, no,
nowhere near.
it was awful.
I
Well,
actually,
there's a version of it on the N64, isn't there,
I
in
actually
America?
played it.
Awful.